Let's fucking go. Well, I'm back. I'm back. Rejuvenated. Ready to chase this beautiful Eldritch bastard down to the ends of the earth. Because, my god, he does not want to fight me. Button check, button check. Oh, I just, you know, I've had a lot of time to think about it. And this guy's a bitch. So, without further ado, I'm just going to jump into it. I know it's going to take me a while to beat this thing. God, the music in Lano is just so cool. Is it Lano? Am I getting the name right? Lane-Dell. Lane-Dell is so beautiful. And really that's kind of true for this entire game. Like, the music is astonishingly good. Like, the visuals are great, but like the music is equally as great in my opinion. Like, they are so complementarily, I don't know if that's a word, they complement each other so much in their shared greatness. I'm gonna watch this cutscene again just because. Just to set the mood. Does this chick have long-ass legs? I feel like she does. I feel like she has like supermodel legs where they're like 70% of her height. I know like her dress was also longer than her legs, so I'm not looking at that. I thought I saw the bottom of her feet and they were like and they were like 2 meters beneath like her shoulders. Man. Dude, that mace hammer does look pretty sick. You gotta be able to get that as a weapon. Like, that would make sense. The Elden Ring was inside here the whole time. Oh, I was expecting Tricia, sorry. Ah! Yep, definitely forgot about that. Yep, I forgot all the timings, but this is why I'm not too invested in this first run. Nope. just low profile that on accident? Oh! That should have hit me, dog. No, thank you. Forgot that hurts. Ow. Ship damage. Oh. Oh. I'm trying to react, but shit does not. Wow, you just whiffed? Shit does not seem very reactable, if you ask me. As it is in this game. Ow. Kick me in my whole face? Ow! That's hilarious. Chip me out. From behind. Wait, you can jump that? No way. Can you jump the ground effects? You know, that would make sense, I guess. I just didn't consider it an option. Or maybe that hit me and I just didn't realize it did. You know, and I had someone tell me, especially with the music and presentation of the bosses, that Radagon and the Elden Beast are extremely different, and you're likely to like one a lot more than the other, and they were absolutely right, and I like the Elden Beast presentation way more. Just everything from the visuals to the music. Well, I'm not even going to say the visuals, because Radagon's visuals in the boss arena are nothing. They're just in this gray, smoky void. But here, you get a real arena, even though there's nothing in it. There's no terrain or anything, but man, is it beautiful in here, with all the water and all the Erd trees in the background. My only problem with this guy is, it seems to be universally accepted that it's trash, that he keeps running away. It's not even necessarily... What the fuck? It's not even anything about its moves, it's just... Uh-oh. It's just get back here. Oh, it's this one. Get the fuck out of there! Huh? I didn't see that one before. That's sick. Oh, nope, that was, I thought it was the Elden Stars. That was not what that was. Oh, there's a big delay after that attack. Okay, stop it. Ow. He's delaying. Damn, I'm down to half health. Holy shit. Oh, it's because it's doing this fucking bullshit. I just really need you to leave me alone with this. Ow! I'm fucking out. He waited for me to do it! Ah. I was sprinting! What do you mean? I was sprinting. How did they get me? That's kind of whack. I did really good that round. I really did. I did A-okay in that one. Kind of below half health. Man, I count that as a win. I do kind of want to roll with Tricia, but Tricia doesn't do a whole lot for offense. Not even offense, just general plumbing. Ugh, the range! He waited for it. These bosses be waiting for me to do stuff. What you heard me with and that pissed you off? Ow. Oh, yeah! Why break lock on? Huh. He's forging the fucking ground. Wooha! Not me. Not on this day. Couldn't decide if he was coming after me or not. Hi-ya! Damn, I made out clean on that one. Well, I mean, I used quite a bit, but why is that not dealing damage? Well, thankfully I had the sauce up. All right, what you doing now, big boy? I should have called he was gonna fly into the air. Oh, you avoid that. Oh! was gonna say. Ow. This. What the fuck? Get out of there! Oh, he's spamming it. I was going to say, when does it end? Get out of there, Torrent. Your hitbox is way too fucking big. Oh! Oh! I was doing well that time. Torrent doesn't have iframes. Damn, I was doing good. You know what? Maybe I should just drop my, Let me reallocate my flasks here. Flasks. Allocate. Oh, nope, wrong way. Honestly, this thing is a zoner, so I'll leave myself 3 for now. Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to beat this game for the first time. Yes, I'm super late. We don't need to talk about it. Okay, before I go in this time, I have spells that might help me. In case you didn't miss my my last stream, I'm of the opinion that Elden Beast is one of the, if not the most beautiful bosses in the entire game. Like visually and musically, but homie is allergic to altercations. And it's super annoying. Like, just fight me. Ow. The delays! I'm bad. I'm bad again. God damn it. Just took one more. His obligatory must use this move at least once per match move. What? I'm confused. Thus me saying what? Dude! What did I do to you is my question. Damn! Dude, the delays. I'm doing poorly. Yeah. That shit is so cool. camera! Holy shit! Oh my god. Oh good, I get to lose my shield. Oh shit. Hey, quick question. Where are you going? I can get one more hit in when it does that, but I don't do it because I'm worried it's doing an attack. Oh, it's going after you. I am so sorry. Let's say, where is this going? What the fuck? What the fuck? The hitboxes! Well, it's just me and bro now. Oh! I'm getting chipped. With the cinematic shot, too? Damn. Keep thinking it's doing an attack when it does that. Where are you going? We're doing good. We're doing good. When I'm not tilted off my ass, we do better. No! Woo! Cinematic! Ooh, I like that finish. Ah, that weapon art is so cool. Ah. Oh, yo, what's going on? Praise the... Is motherfucker dabbing? Almost looks like that, if I'm being honest. Okay. So, now I can touch Grace. Boom. Oh, shit. I got levels to spend. Level up. Before I do that, I do want to see what is up with this remembrance. Okay, so I gotta be able to get Radagon's hammer. Is the other thing a miracle? Or an incantation? It could be. What the fuck? Marika's hammer. I mean, okay. Stone hammer made in the lands of Newman, outside the lands between. Outside the lands between, oh. The tool with which Queen Marika shattered the Elden Ring and Radagon attempted to repair it. Thank you. That is what we're all here for. That's what it's all about. Woo! The hammer partially broke upon the shattering the Elden Ring, becoming splintered with rune fragments. I'm surprised it could do it in the first place. This hammer is built different. Gold Breaker? What kind of JoJo-ass stand name is that? Leap up high and, while suspended in midair, imbue the rune shard with light before smashing it down hard onto the ground. The heroic Radagon's signature attack, or Sacred Relic Sword. They both have faith scaling. As they should. Oh, that's the Elden Beast sword, okay. Sword wrought from the remains of a god who should have lived a life eternal. Thoughts on what the weapon portends are many and varied. Some consider it a mark of a great sin or a sign of great devastation. Some think it as the end of an age, while others the beginning. Wave of gold. Imbue the sword with bygone golden glory, then fire it at foes. A wide golden wave fans out forward, sweeping through all enemies caught in its path. I gotta go with the hammer, I think. The hammer looked sick. Marika's hammer. And you know I gotta equip this shit. I have hella runes though, I might as well just upgrade it. I'll probably run a New Game Plus on this file eventually. Wait, first I need to equipment. Equipment. Will it put me in heavy load? Most likely. Seems likely. Where is it? Boom! Heavy load, fucker. Damn! I forgot the magma worm scale sword was that goddamn heavy. Nah, I'm just love. Okay. Marika's hammer. Boom, baby! Max. That's how we like to do. Whoa, you're back over here.
I see. You're here for some spirit tuning.
Nah. Alrighty. This is kind of a small hammer, actually. Huh. Fractured Marika. I don't know why I'm coming back here. I want to see this thing in action. I wonder if I level up my endurance. Max equip load goes up. Will I be able to use this thing? Who knows? Why not? Kick it up. Equipment. I'm in medium load, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I was hoping it was gonna have a special move set, because well, Radagon's move set is sick. That looks awesome. Wow. Can I do a follow-up attack at all? No. Okay. Seems like it's just a one and done kind of deal. But it looks so goddamn cool. Like, who cares? Okay, I have to know. I have to know how strong it is. And there's always one place I go when I want to test how strong something is. I always bully these land octopi, and I don't know why. These guys must live in constant fear of me. Okay, so how much damage does my... What? Yes, yes, you're very scary. How much damage does this do? 1,099. Ow. That was his tentacle. Oh. Does slightly less. Get back up. Oh, that is needy. Hold on, I gotta compare it to this guy. That was 3,000 something? That's a meaty attack. How does it compare to this guy? Didn't hit him. Okay, so they're about the same. This one leaves an AoE, so that did skew in AoE dot. That did skew the damage. A mausoleum. I forgot those existed. I forgot the mausoleums exist. Are they marked on the map? I feel like they're not. And that they should be. Hellhorn Grounds. Yeah, now that you mention it. Yeah, I don't think they're labeled, which is really lame. It's really lame. I'm not sure what mausoleums I've gotten and which I haven't. It's been so long. This thing is cool though. I like this. Might not be the strongest thing around, but it seems in the same league. Neither Weeping Peninsula, 1 year Castle Soul. Inventory. Wow, I can't afford to give myself another level. You say Castle Soul like I'm supposed to know where that is. Shack of the Lofty. Couple in Altus in the east. Yeah, but I'm dumb. I don't know what you're talking about, man. What, you talking like over here? I mean, we can give it a try. Oh, I see you're lying to me. I don't know if I've done these already or not. I have no idea. Mausoleum Compound. I feel like I've already done this one. Whoa. Oh yeah, these are the ones you like can't actually use, right? Because these ones don't have all the skulls on them. Yeah. Wait, does this one have skulls on it? It's walking like a weirdo. This one seems to be walking normally. Oh, it isn't. Wait, they do? I have no idea where. I don't see any skulls on it. Way up top. With me, Torrent. Where are the skulls on you then, you fat bastard? This is AoE huge. Nicola's Lily. Didn't know that was here. Oh, wait a second. I do see some skulls. Hello? Am I stupid? And there's just a couple. Got rid of those ones, okay. Pretty good. That was it? What? Oh no, I thought I was going to sit down. How are you feeling about that? I honestly thought these were just a map hazard. I didn't ever notice the skulls on them. I didn't think they would work. No, but honestly, these should show up on the map, especially ones you haven't used yet. Like, if they're still wandering around, I get why they wouldn't show up on the map, but if you've downed them and been inside them, and they, you haven't used their power, I think they should show. That'd be very helpful. Yeah, dude, gimme... the Dragon Lord. We got... Oh, Black Blade. Horaloo. Natural Born. Yes. Yes. Give me that. Okay. Waha! Hey man, while I'm here, I should just take care of that other one too. You there! I'm coming after you. I'm looking for sweet, sweet swagger. And y'all have it. Y'all are my ticket. No fear, Torrent. Fuck. Hello? out of there. Large AoE. See the skulls. Ah, it's got more on that foot. And on that foot. Damn, these guys are loaded up. Sorry, Ronnie. I know you're ready to bring about the Age of Stars and all that, but I got a couple more shopping things to do. Sorry, sweetie. I'll be done in a minute. I'll be done in a bit. I'd say don't leave without me, but you literally cannot. I can get I can get this guy again? What? Hey, I forgot what Horaloo gave me. He had like an axe and something else, I think. Hey, the Dragon Lord one is sick, though. I don't even remember what it is, but it's attached to a sick dude. Alright. Got a couple of those. Now I'll go back. Build some more stuff. Find even greater happiness. Dragon King's Crag Blade. You know, it's not even useful for this run. I'm okay with it. Sacred Relic Sword. I can't even use that shit. But hey, if I pump more decks, then anything is possible. Pump more decks. I should... I should say that more clearly. Strengthen armament. Heavy thrusting sword. What? What are you talking about? Oh, but I can only do one? Oh, hold on. Where's the thing I just got? There it is. I don't have the Ancient. I don't have the Ancient. Very sad. It kind of deals hella damage, actually. Can't use it, so its damage numbers are going to be butts. I'm not going to check that because I can't wield it. I can at least check out its... Heyo. Oh, it is a great sword. Damn, this thing softly glows like a nightlight. You know, standard greatsword moveset is pretty sick. With the high swing on the two-handed. Yeah, and that would do something had I the dexterity to use this. Scepter of the All-Knowing. Oh, that's from Sir Gideon Ofnir. Gotcha. How much dex do I need to use this? 24? Jesus. I only have... Wow, I need 1 level? Wait, actually, hold on. I could cheat. Yeah. Radagon Soar Seal, baby. Now I can use it. I'm cheating. Heyo. Oh, baby. Yo, does that shit stay there forever, or is that just me? No, it just goes stupid far. Holy shit. Is that all a hitbox? Wait a minute. Okay, so we were running like 700 something per hit. Something like that. Or like 900 something. I can't remember. You a hoe. Oh. Nice. Okay. Well, 1400. But that whole motherfucker's a hitbox. Hitbox is so large. Deals reduced damage the farther out it goes, it looks like. Okay, hold on. If I'm right next to it. Oh! Yo, this sword is sick! What are you talking about? Okay, so the whole thing is a hitbox. It's just the closer they are to me, the more damage it does. That is so cool. Yeah. Usually I'm not a fan of New Game Plus in... Well, I was gonna say FromSoft games. I have only really played Dark Souls 3. I'm not a huge fan of New Game Plus, but like... I mean, this might make me a believer. Because these two weapons are just straight gas. That's so cool. Alright. But it is time. Now, usually with FromSoft games, you can do the ending and then not end the game. You can just see the ending that you've picked without actually finishing it. So, I'm going to see if that holds true. And if not, I'll just have a New Game Plus. Like I said, I don't know. I didn't know if I even wanted to do Shadow of the Erdtree. Or stream it. I might. I don't know. But anyway. So, what are my options here? Oh, Touch, Fractured Marika, or Summon Ronnie. Well, obviously I'm summoning Ronnie. Oh, Boo. Oh dear, oh love of my life, oh starry maiden. Will you please take me into the cosmos now? Her head is stupid big. I love it.
The battle is over, I see.
She's actually like hella dripped out in that big ass hat and those furs and the robe beneath them. I really like her outfit. I didn't realize her head was right there. That's dark. more hands to hold, making her the perfect wife. Yo, this is dark.
I do
Jesus.
solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars. 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon.
Holy shit.
Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond.
That looks fucking awesome.
Into fear, doubt, and loneliness. As the path stretcheth into darkness. Let us go together.
Oh, with the ring? That's sick. Which hand do I grab? The ringed one,
dear
obviously.
Consort eternal.
That end is basically the meme of my hot witch girlfriend casting magic, me doing whatever she wants because I love her. Dude, the art in this game is so gorgeous. It's actually mind-boggling. Like, that was a moon in like a... That was like a dark nebula around a moon that had like further darkness and stars inside of it. That is beyond sick. Awesome. Okay. So now that I've beaten the game, I know I didn't do everything. It was a blind run. Cool beans. I got spilled on a couple things, but how could you not with how popular this game was? I want to very briefly run down things I like about this game and things that I didn't. I've said them all before, but I just want to have a summary here. 1, fantastic game. I really enjoyed it. I can see why it got like very high scores. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10, and I think it's not a 10 out of 10 because of negligence on FromSoft's part. But let's start with some good things. Like I've said before, the art and the music are fantastic. I'm not a fan of all the music because, I mean, there's so many soundtracks and so many bosses. How could you possibly like all of them? You're not gonna fuck with all of them. But there were so many that I enjoyed, and then there were just those few that like really went above and beyond, and I really appreciated that. Like, the standouts for me were, as far as music and art are the same, actually. For Plucidisax was one. The Dragon Lord, just him making like this egg shape as he's hovering still in the sky with like a storm going on around him in like a Roman style Colosseum was an amazing visual, and the lighting was exquisite. And then the music kicks in, and the music is just as bombastic and elegant in a way as I would expect from like a classic legendary dragon encounter. I don't know if that is above or below Regal Ancestral Spirit for me. The Regal Ancestral Spirit, I honestly didn't think anything was going to come close as far as art goes to that, because One, it's a beautiful arena. It's very different from the rest of the game. It's like this like dark but with glowing like blue and kind of greenish colors from the ground. There's a bunch of spirit animals around, and like the boss itself is undead. It's kind of harrowing to look at, but it's also beautiful in a way. It's beautiful in the way that like fungus can be pretty, and I appreciate that. A lot of FromSoft games kind of strike that zone because you don't get a lot of actual beauty in these games. You know, outside of the standouts like Dark Souls 1, where you have like Guinevere and then Priscilla as well. A lot of their other games don't have anything like that, so they tend to go more for this like haunting beauty, which I also, as I said before, really appreciate. Shout out Kale. But yeah, the regal ancestral spirit really hit those vibes, how most of its body is kind of darker and shadowy. Not shadowy, but it's just kind of dull. But then it, like the tips of its antlers are glowing, and it kind of has this like glowing sheen like the rest of the... That maybe just comes from the lighting of the arena, which makes it look gorgeous. And green and blues aren't very prevalent in the game. Well, blues are because of sorcery, but it was a different kind of like color there. One you don't see really in the rest of the game, because it's like overshadowed by the blinding light of the Erd Tree. So outside of the Erd Tree's light, you're finally able to see this like greenery kind of shine, and I love that. And then the music of the regal ancestral spirit is awesome. Just the slow like wind chimes made of like wood or bone, and then just like the lone flute in the background. That phase 1 music is astonishingly excellent. Like, I know it's like, oh, it's not like big and bombastic. It's like it's not like a classic fight theme, but it fits so well. It sets up such an atmosphere. It establishes the themes of life and death, because you'll have these beautiful like riffs on the flute and these like bone wind chimes in the background, and then like 5 seconds of just stark silence. I actually really love that, and I didn't think anything was going to top it. I genuinely didn't. And like there are some bosses that had one or the other. Like Astel is actually really interesting and kind of hauntingly elegant to look at. Kind of very Eldritch, but beautiful if you like zoom in close enough where you can't see the rest of its body. But its music I didn't care for, so it didn't really hit that high of having both. And then there was like the Fire Giant, where I really, really liked the music there. It was tragic sounding, and I loved that. But the Fire Giant itself, its design, I didn't really jive with. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good, but like it didn't hit that high where it like resonates with me. When it busted out the Mangekyo Sharingan, it almost got me, not gonna lie. Yeah, and then the Elden Beast. The music, sublime. Its design, superb. Amazing. Its boss fight, kind of dog water. I feel like it was going easy on me that time, because the first few times I fought it, it would just spam running away, and it was very frustrating. But this time I felt like I saw more of its moves, and it like mixed it up a lot more. And a part of it was just me getting used to the fight and kind of having to go at a slower pace, because the fight forces you to do that. Because it's a zoning god. But I'm not talking about the mechanics, I'm talking about the art. Awesome. So yeah, so those three were the best for me. Placidusax, Regal Ancestral Spirit, and Elden Beast. Now, on the mechanics, I'm split. Not gonna lie. If you don't know over now, you can choose to begin journey to at the table. Oh, Ooh, begin journey 2. Not yet. So what? It's like here. Where would I do it? Extra stupid. Okay, but yeah, mechanics. I gotta get through my analysis that nobody asked for. Mechanically, I'm of two minds of this game. On the one hand, most of the hitboxes are glorious. Man, if you've ever fought Plesioth in Monster Hunter, you know the depths to which hitboxes cannot make any goddamn sense. But in this game, 99% of the hitboxes are fantastic. Like in the Radagon fight, I accidentally low-profiled one of his moves. Low profiling being, I didn't dodge, it just went over my head, and so it missed. I didn't take damage from it. In a game without such tight hitboxes, that would hit me regardless, because his like entire body would probably be a hitbox. But no, 99% of them in the game were fantastic. I'm trying not to use vulgar language as much. They were really, really good. Few notable exceptions. Well, I've been putting this off for so long. Like, for example, the Elden Beast. They clearly didn't make that fight with Torrent in mind, and apparently they only added Torrent afterwards. Because those slashes with the range slashes and then like the stab especially, like the hitbox goes actually way higher than the sword does. And that's bad. That's crap. They should fix that. I feel like they won't at this point, but clearly they didn't design that fight with Torrent in mind. You're supposed to dodge through those, but Torrent can jump over them. But no, Torrent can't, because Torrent's hitbox is huge, and those slashes hitboxes goes vertically, even though it wouldn't seem like it should. Mechanically, another touching point is that, well, gameplay-wise, a lot of enemies hold their attacks for a long time. I made the joke earlier in the playthrough, a couple times actually, that all the bosses had two senseis. The Nameless King and Pontiff Sullivan, two bosses from Dark Souls 3. The Nameless King because he was notorious for holding attacks. In that game, there was way less of that. There was more like smooth strings of attacks. The Nameless King was one of the only bosses who would actually delay his attacks a significant amount, to the point where you could dodge 2 or 3 times between some of these attacks. And most of the bosses in Elden Ring have some attacks that do that. And then they were also trained by Pontiff Sullivan, because I hate that boss, because that boss's combos never seem to end. There is like so little downtime in that boss fight. It is ridiculous. The combos, seriously, like most people parry spam him to death, and I think that's so lame. But if you actually fight him, his combos just go on and on and on, and there's so little downtime between them, it's really unclear where one combo ends and where the other combo starts. And there were a few bosses where that was the case. How it's like, wow, this guy really just won't stop attacking me. When is it my turn? But having both of those problems at the same time leads to an interest... Oh, yeah, and the Nameless King was notorious for being able to mix up his combos. Most bosses in this game seem to be able to mix up their combos at least a little bit if they want to. And those things together make a pretty interesting gameplay loop where a lot of the bosses don't have a lot of downtime between their combos, but some of their attacks in those combos leave such a wide gap. You can get a hit or two in the middle of the combo just because this one attack takes so long for them to actually do, if you know where those pauses are. This game punishes roll spamming a lot. Like in other FromSoft games, Dark Souls, that there were combos timed specifically so that if you just kept dodging as soon as you could, if you got the first one right, then you would basically get all of them right in certain attack patterns. This game does not do that, really, at all. If you roll spam, you're going to get hit by something. That's just the way it is. And I think that it makes for a more technically demanding game. And that's fine. That's totally fine. And now is a good enough time as ever to retouch on my least favorite part of this game, and explain why and how it pertains to the greater game, which is Malenia. So, cards on the table. I'm bad. I am not a good video game player. I do this recreationally. I don't have a lot of time to do it these days, so it's not like I'm getting like hours of practice in every day. I summoned against her. I summoned another player. We beat her together. Won't say that I was hard carried, but I definitely would have been in there for a few more hours if I hadn't summoned another person to help me out. I think there was a good team effort there. Malenia is everything I hate about this game. Everything I don't like, she has. And it's the Pontiff Sullivan, the combos never end, but she's stupid fast. Like, it's Sister Frida on steroids. Like, the whole joke with Sister Frida in Dark Souls 3 was that she is a Bloodborne boss in Dark Souls 3 because she moves like uncannily fast, such that like you can tell when when a boss is made with the move speed of the player in mind, or the action speed. Bloodborne is just a faster game. You move faster, you attack faster, your recovery frames are fewer. It's just a faster game. So the bosses just are more active. They move faster, they attack more. But that's okay because your movement options correlate with that. And my problem with Sister Frida, and what I saw from the community's problem with Sister Frida in Dark Souls 3 was, Dark Souls 3 is a slower paced game. You move more slowly, and all of your actions have more recovery frames attached to them. Therefore, most of the bosses are similarly paced. Sister Frida is not. Sister Frida is paced like she is a Bloodborne boss because she moves so goddamn fast and her attacks come out so fast and she moves so much during her own combos. Like, it's just like blisteringly fast. It's so hard to keep up with. It feels like you're fighting someone who's playing the game 15% faster than you are. And that's how Malenia felt in this game. Like, this boss was not coded for Elden Ring, it doesn't seem like, because she's that fast. Especially the one move. Now, the one move is she slash, then she slash, and then slash. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. And that third slash is such a son of a bitch. I hate it so much. Most people probably don't know what I'm talking about there because it's one of her normal combos, but I hate it so much because that second slash comes out so fast. If you dodge the first one, you will get hit. Or if you dodge the second one, the second slash, you will get hit by the third slash. So the idea is you need to not only dodge the second slash, but dodge in a direction which would get you out of the way of the third one, which you can't iframe. Sound theory. So she can pivot freely when she's doing this. So I'm actually not sure how you're supposed to dodge it. Because maybe I saw things wrong. I'm open to that. Maybe I'm just bad. Get good. But I swear, I dodged directly behind her once after the second slash, and she just pulled a 180 and still hit me. Or she pulled a 90, but the swing itself is a 180, so it still hit me. So I'm literally not sure what I'm supposed to do to dodge that, and that is the crux of my problems with this game. There are some times where maybe it's just a me problem, but I can't tell what I'm supposed to do. Like against the 2-3. What am I supposed to do? Like, conceptually I understand, but like, how? Where do I go? Like, give me a hint, please, because dying to it and then having to restart the fight and then just guess again until I find the right answer. Maybe it was a fluke, maybe it wasn't. That's not a satisfying gameplay loop to me. Waterfowl Dance is even worse because it hits 360 degrees around her in a sphere. She's flying, so it is actually a sphere, not a dome. And she moves 3 times during this bullshit move. It's kind of her big thing, her quote-unquote big scary attack. So yeah, it's big and scary. But the problem is that it hits 360 degrees around her and she moves so erratically during it. It is really hard to tell what is happening. So I was completely lost on how actually to dodge that, because it's not just about dodging. You have to move in certain ways, because it's again one of those things where you can perfectly dodge one part, but the next part is going to catch you because if you don't move correctly. And I was completely floundered. I was lost. The only reason I learned kind of how to dodge it is because I summoned someone and I watched them do it from 20 yards away. I just stood back and watched them do it. I actually stopped playing. When I saw Melania start that move facing my friend, I stopped moving and just watched. I'm like, how do they deal with this? And the answer appeared to be dodge once, sprint backwards, then pull a 180 and sprint the other way. Which I tried and is very hard to do, because on that last drop, she goes behind you. She tries to nothing personnel you, kid, which turns your camera around 180 degrees. I don't think I ever successfully dodged that fucking move. And I have taken to calling this phenomena where the game is not adequately showing you how to deal with certain things, visual dishonesty. Because the visuals are telling you nothing about what is happening. And that gets worse in Phase 2. Because in Phase 2, she has these giant goddamn flower rot wings that quite a few times just got in the way of my camera. Like, I was facing her. In front of her. And oftentimes the wings would just get in the way of the camera. I couldn't see anything. I just had to guess. And it didn't seem intentional that, like, she was actively shrouding herself in them. It was just that they were kind of in the way. Which is a shitty thing to do, I think, when this boss is already so technically demanding you're going to turn the lights off every once in a while. That's poor design in my opinion. So those things together seem to make Melania just difficult for the sake of being difficult and not in a satisfying way. For me. If you were able to overcome that on your own, kudos to you. I'm sorry about the time you lost and the arthritis you are developing in your hands and the absolute migraine you gave yourself screaming into the mic. I'm sorry. Your heart has still probably not recovered from the amount of anger that was flowing through your veins. I saw people online be like, it took me 9 consecutive hours to beat her. And I'm just like, don't do that. It's not worth it. You are aging rapidly in real time. Give it up. It's not worth it. And I think it's just because it's difficult for the sake of being difficult, and I don't find that kind of difficulty entertaining, engaging, or satisfying to overcome. Because when I overcome that kind of challenge, the one that feels just arduous and ill-conceived or spitefully made, ones where they're actually wanting you to lose for reasons that are not clear. I don't like that kind of design. I think it's lazy. I think it is malicious. I think it's honestly disrespectful to the consumer, because you bought this game, and yes, it's an optional boss, cool beans, but why is there a boss that doesn't make sense as to why I'm losing, or it won't show me how to overcome this? It's like having like a maze. Imagine a game that had a maze in it, but it's completely pitch black. That's not fun. There are hazards in the maze. Like, yeah, you can get your way through it eventually, but if it's completely pitch black, you just have to keep guessing until you eventually get your way through. Is it difficult? Yes, but is it satisfyingly so? I don't think so. And that's an exaggeration, of course, but Melania had an aspect of that to me, just because I visually couldn't understand what was happening. And there were a few other bosses that had a similar problem, but not as bad, where some of their moves seemed visually dishonest about what was actually happening. Again, it's been so goddamn long since I started this game, and I took such a long break. I guess like other smaller mechanical things, like some moves just can't react to, and that's kind of lame. You just have to know the timing. With lightning, I get that, but like the classic when Margit holds his staff above his head and holds it there for like 18,000 hours, and he finally brings it down. It is so goddamn fast. I swear you can't react to that. Or, I thought Radagon had one, but actually now I'm thinking about it, Radagon's attacks were mostly well telegraphed. The dunk was kind of hard. The timing was always the same, but like that, it's so fast once it happens. And that's not really visually dishonest. That's just like a keeping the tempo in your head kind of thing. But yeah. Moog's Nihil was interesting because it felt like bullshit. It was like a murder mystery movie with good foreshadowing, because like it felt like bullshit in the moment, but then once it started to make sense, once I was told what the outcome is, that it is just straight up bleed, there's no attack, it just bleeds you, there's no dodging it, I realized that the foreshadowing was there because every time he said, Tres, duos, unos, he put another ring on me. And I'm like, the foreshadowing was actually there. I just didn't understand what the correlation was here. So, yeah, that one was frustrating. I don't know how long it would have taken me to figure out that you seriously can't dodge it. I probably would have given up trying before I realized it's actually not possible. And then I've been talking about this for a while, but FromSoft, you make good games. This game is a 9 out of 10 easily. You make really good games. Why does Elden Stars suck? I have not forgiven you. I still feel just as betrayed as when I found out how dog water it is. It takes you a whole business day to cast. It costs enough FP to cover my salary for the business day that I missed casting it. It takes up 2 slots Why is it so bad? And I feel like that FromSoft does this. It's like in their games, most options are kind of viable at the very least, like just a bit. They're pretty viable. And then there's some options that are just like straight crap for no reason. Like they forgot to add a 0 to the damage. I don't know why. My theory, my tinfoil hat on FromSoft is that they make such good games, but they just sometimes forget to fix things before they send it out, and then by the time they send it out, they don't care anymore. So I feel like Elven Stars was one of them, and they do this in every game. But I'm sad that it was for one of the spells I was looking forward to most in this game. The moment I got it, I was like, this looks awesome. I want to use it. And then the next like 26 levels I put into Faith just so I could use it. And it sucks. That's not satisfying gameplay. I know it's probably a lore thing, like, oh, this is the power of the Erd Tree, and it sucks as a representation of how the Erd Tree's power has waned, and how the Greater Will has abandoned the lands between. Yeah, cool. You can still do that and make the spell good. Just be like, actually make it like really powerful, and then say that this is the last dying spark that has fallen from the Erd Tree. This last seed of its power once had the potential to shake the sky and crack the ground, and now it has been reduced to merely a very powerful spell. That would have driven the point home. That would have actually maybe enhanced the point. Because if you have this really powerful spell that lore-wise is just a flickering candle compared to the raging bonfire it used to be, that really brings home like the idea that the Erd Tree is this godlike entity that has control over the entire world. I think that would have been better lore gameplay harmony. Just my opinion. But to stop with the negativity, because those are the complaints. Some map things, like where are the mausoleums once you ground them, would be nice. It'd be nice, but I can see that not being a thing. It's not the biggest deal. It's not the biggest gripe in the world. It'd be nice, but I can live without it. Other than that, the gameplay is really fun. And as I got through it, like, the importance of committing to heavy attacks really started to show, because, like, I started staggering way more bosses when I would commit to heavy attacks every once in a while. Because I'm used to Dark Souls 3, where, like, R1 spamming was way safer, because, like, the bosses behaved in such a way. And maybe I was bad, yes, but it made sense. But in this game, sometimes they have such long pauses, you can, like, get a heavy attack in it. Cool beans. And it just feels better. And you can get a stagger and then lay into them. Sweet. There's such a diversity of options, as there often is in FromSoft games. It's one of the, in my opinion, what's one of the most entertaining parts of playing their games and replaying their games for sure. Just the vast amount of options that you have. Not all of them feel great. Some of them are definitely much, much, much better than others. But most of them, you can have a fun time with a build, and it's great. This one has a lot of options, and I feel like, weirdly, there's way more sorcery options than faith. There's more reason options than faith options. Maybe that's just because I found them, and the faith options I didn't. Maybe it's a me problem for not scouring the map enough to find the faith options, but it was a blind run, so hopefully there is actually an even mix. And at the end game, you do get just kind of a consecutive number of faith scaling things, which is weird because Why are we dealing holy damage? They're all fucking immune to it. But, you know, for New Game Plus and all that, that's great. And I've heard that Shadow of the Erd Tree, in that DLC, their holy resist isn't as overpowering as it is in the end game of the base game. So maybe I'll have more success there with holy damage. I never even really tried holy damage in the base game. I don't know. The Magma Sword was too much fun. The Ashes of War, I thought, were a good way to mix up the weapon arts, because that was something that was in other like Dark Souls games that they didn't have, that each weapon had an intrinsic weapon art that you couldn't ever change. I feel like that adds a lot of versatility, because because of how the Ashes of War can also change the scaling on the weapon and also give a new weapon art. I think that's a really good way to make certain attributes more viable in the early game. Like, me and someone else were talking about it, and I didn't know that there was a that there was a Ashes of War that let you do a slash attack, but that it also gives it arcane scaling base. I'm like, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's sick. Because arcane scaling is like super weird. And like very few things have it, but the fact that an Ash of War has that like opens up a lot more options. And I really appreciate that. Even if I think it has to be on a slashing weapon, but like that's fine. I'm okay with that. I don't care. As long as I can scale off arcane in the early game, cool beans. The movement in this game felt way better than other FromSoft games. Granted, it might be better in Sekiro, but I don't play that game. I have it. I don't play it because shitboxes. It's the Chained Ogre. Its grab attacks hitbox is near Plesioff levels of bad. I got pissed off and I stopped playing it. And they handle parrying better because it's just like it builds up a stagger meter, but the enemy gets to keep going with their attacks. They don't immediately take a knee, tip their hat, give you a free bag of popcorn and a cold soda just for hitting the parry. I always hated that. Like, people just parry Pontiff Sullivan and Champion Gundyr in Dark Souls 3, and I'm like, that is so goddamn boring, both to watch and to play. I have parried Champion Gundyr to death. It was the most boring gameplay I've ever had. I will never do that again. I hate parrying I hate that kind of parrying, where it's like it instantly opens them up for a critical attack, and they just immediately get staggered and take a knee. That's so lame. You're really out here letting people who hit one good parry believe that they are god gamers when, like, really? They hit one? That's it? That's so lame. Maybe, like, yeah, have it build stagger, but, like, don't have it just instantly stagger them. That's bullshit. You're not good at the game. This is a super exploitable weakness in the code. I'm not saying I'm good. I'm just saying that kind of parrying is lame. That being said, I don't know if Elden Ring has it that way. It probably does, at least for the smaller enemies. I thought I remembered someone telling me that Malenia parries like a Sekiro boss, but I can't remember for sure if that was true. That would be a mark in her favor, because that is the better way of doing parrying. Jumping, thank you for adding a jump button and giving me vert, because oh my god, Dark Souls 3, why even have a jump? Like, I get 2 inches off the ground, and even the jumps you're supposed to make, your character kind of hangs in the air like you think you're going to clip against the ledge with your toesies and fall to your death. This one, way better. And giving you a steed for the open world, thank you. I appreciate that. And you can fight off its back. That is a weirdly cool mechanic, and I wish they had coded the Elden Beast with that in mind. Honestly, just a bit more. What does require 2 parries to kneel? Should be 3. Fuck those guys. It should be at least fucking 3. You don't deserve it after 2. I dodged 2 attacks, and there's a 3rd attack waiting for me when I get back up. You should have to do 3 at least. Anyway, I'm not biased. I'm full of hatred. Yeah, I way prefer blocking and dodging just as game mechanics. Parrying pisses me off so much. I don't know why. Missing a dodge for me is not nearly as frustrating as missing a parry. I hate it so much. But, yeah, I wish they had done more with, do I wish they had done more with Torrent? Because, well, now that I think about it, there are quite a few overworld bosses that you can summon Torrent for. Like, anyone in the overworld you can usually summon Torrent for. Like the Night Watch and the Death Birds and... Is it just the Elden Beast? Is that my problem? I think it's just my problem is that the Elden Beast wasn't built with Torrent in mind. I wish it was. I honestly do. I think that would have made the end of the game feel just a little bit more complete. Because the last like 4 hours of this game, I haven't had Torrent. You can't summon him anywhere in Faramazula. You basically beat the fire giant and you're done with Torrent for the rest of the game. And I'm like, it's not that long of an area, but it is kind of circuitous and labyrinthine. I spent like 4 hours trying to get through it, and I missed Torrent, man. I don't even think you can summon him against Plucidasax. Though I didn't try. Maybe you could have. But against the Elden Beast, I feel like that really would have tied things together, like... This is the end of the journey. Because then, like, Melina is still with you. In a way, like her memory lives on, the effect she had still lives on. You summon the steed. No! I mean, that doesn't give you Torrent. Isn't it Ronnie? Am I stupid? It's been so long since I started this game, I can't remember. Huh. Either way, it would have been great to have that boss actually be coded for Torrent. Letting you summon him there is nice, but as I said, the attacks, vertical hitboxes don't always make sense, so Torrent ends up dying. Which is sad. But yeah, overall, I'd give this game a solid 9 out of 10. At worst, I think. I have it on the PS5. I'd love to stream it off the PS5, but I can't get my computer to fucking do that. It's really annoying. I don't know what the problem is. I think it might be that I have a wrong cable, but it plugs into HDMI. Like, HDMI plugs into this port. You'd think it would be an HDMI cable. I don't know what the problem is, but yeah, I'd love to stream off of that. Because it'd probably choke my computer less. Because it wouldn't have to be thinking about so much. The PS5 could be doing the game, and the computer could just be doing the streaming software. Maybe I'll figure that out. But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to get my opinions on the game for what they're worth on record. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. Hope you had fun. I'm going to continue this game at some point. Maybe I'll just play it on my own time a little bit. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I might stream Shadow of the Erdtree. Not sure. But, yeah. I don't know what I would do next if I keep streaming. Who knows? Probably Shadow of the Erdtree just to get through it. I've heard those bosses are annoying. But, you know, not everything can come easy.